Alright. Killing a ton of entities right now with a repeating command block, but that repeating command block is way down below me. In fact, I am more than 200 blocks above the world height limit, which is way beyond that normal 128 block limit of mobs for mobs to spawn. So what exactly is going on here? Well, subchunks are being ignored for distance from a player, which means that any mobs that are down here are automatically summoning in. There's some weirdness going on too. Did it finally just stop? Figures once I start recording. They would not stop. That was weird. So let's see what's going on here. Killed a falling block. Okay, now that I actually started moving a little bit over, it started doing it again. So we're going to have to keep that in mind here. So let's go ahead and yep, we're going to teleport 400 blocks up in the air. I did it twice, so yeah, 475. Let's go another 200. So now 675. So that was interesting. I found the little problem there with the realms too, where if players weren't moving around, mobs would stop spawning too. So I'm not sure if that's something that's put in there for the sake of maybe stopping farms. You know, so people can't just AFK somewhere. Although, to be honest, you could probably just put a track around the farm and just sit inside a minecart. Um, hmm. Yeah, they just keep spawning in, spawning in, spawning in. And the fact that we're killing squids and salmon means that the stuff that's not spawning, even at the top there, I mean, there's squids and ink sacs, which means that we're getting mobs that are spawning down at ground level, down at sea level, because they're coming in the rivers. Okay, so now it's stopped again. So if I start moving a little bit, yep, there we go. As soon as a new chunk loads in, it starts going, oh, well, now I can start spawning things in again. So yes, this is a big pain. This is a big problem here. If I go back down, this time I'm just falling to the ground. Okay, so where did I put that? So yes, this is just a fairly simple command. Kill at E, type equals player, comma, distance equals dot dot 256. They kind of changed things around a little bit. It used to be just R equals and then whatever the distance is. It would do anything within that distance, but now the distance modifier has replaced that and it does a range. So if you wanted to, you could maybe do like 128 to 256. If you leave it blank, it defaults to 0. So basically 0 to 256. I hate that, to be honest with you, but I understand why they did it. But it gets a little confusing. Um, so yeah, that's it for that little issue there. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But hopefully this has enlightened some people here on the problem that Minecraft has been having with, especially on servers, where things just stop spawning eventually. And I'm wondering if on the server client, since the spawn chunks are always loaded, I'm wondering if the mobs are just loading in and saying, that they don't care what they're doing. Because, like, okay, so um, if I have a mob farm, right, and it's supposed to be spawning stuff in, it tends to not after a couple of minutes after a server restart, which is really getting in my way of being able to reasonably have certain things like gunpowder, for example. Gunpowder is definitely a hard one, but the thing is, if I go over to let's say Kyger's place and he says, and the mob, and I'm there with him, the mobs come in like crazy. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but I'll do some more testing. Anyway, this has been Ace, and peace.